Hey guys, before we start the podcast today, I just thought I would shout out a great store for all things racing decor, anything that can be used around the house, hung up on the walls, put everywhere. You can have cases for die casts and all things racing decor. Checkered Flag Swag on Etsy. This can be linked in the description below. I would really appreciate it if you checked it out, okay guys? Thank you so much. How's it going, guys? Hope you're having a very happy Wednesday. I know I am. And we are going to pick our fantasy lineup for this week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I got some interesting takes here, and I'm not really sure about some of them because, we haven't seen practice. We haven't seen any cars hit the track. But I know it's going to be fast. It's going to be furious. It's going to be really hot out there. So guys are going to be sliding around and going about 200 miles per hour to the corners. Now, leading it off, I do have last year's winner. I haven't used Truex yet, and this is one of the tracks that he dominated at last season. So I'm going to put MTJ up first pick for fantasy this week. He's going to run really good. I think they're going to bounce back. They've had kind of a little bit of a weird start to the season, and hopefully they'll rectify it this week. Second pick, I got a hometown boy. Oh, sorry about that. I got a hometown boy, Kyle Busch. It's going to be my second pick for this week, and he ran really good last year. I mean, he's just going to be consistent there. He wants to run good at his hometown, and I think Gibbs is going to slowly start to come into the picture this week and kind of be really fast. So Gibbs is going to be actually my best running team this week. I'm also going to just kind of skip ahead. I picked Daniel Suarez as well as one of my sleepers. I'm not going to use him at many tracks. I think this is a track where he started 11th last year and finishing 20th, but I feel like he could rally. I think he could have a good year. He's have a good season, and I think he could have a really good week. He was fast last week at times. I mean, he's been up there. He's just got to be able to put together the whole race. That's what he has to finish the race like he started. I think Suarez could have a solid top 10 day at Vegas this week. I also have Joey Logano and Kyle Busch both in this lineup, and Truex. We have guys that were all in the top three going through turn 4 in last year's race. We all know what happened between Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. Let's hope that we don't see a repeat of that. But I think Joey, Penske's been quick. I picked both Penske teams again besides Blaney. I picked Keselowski, and I'll go into that a little bit more in depth after. But Joey, for him, I think he is trying to find form. He's really trying to find form. He's trying to prove to everybody the last season was a fluke. He can get back to the playoffs. He can prove that he can win again consistently and be up front every week. And he has the speed, he has the driving ability, and he certainly has the equipment. So I think you'll see the 22 team really ramp it up this week in terms of intensity and being up front and just doing everything they can. I know he had a good finish at Atlanta, but and then Bad Brad. I mean, he's the only guy. I'm going to use him up. I'm using two of the first 3 races. I've used Brad. I know we needed him last week. He really helped us out, but. Yeah, he's won 2 of the last 4 races at Las Vegas, so I feel like it'd be kind of harsh to leave him out. In the 2 races we picked him at Daytona, did we pick him at Daytona? I think we picked him to win at Daytona. And then last week we didn't even have him in our lineup. We had him winning that stage like he did. So he's been really involved early in the season, and I think this is going to pay off well. I think he'll be in the top 5 easily for most of the day. My garage pick. Another hometown boy, I'm taking Kurt Busch. Now, I know Stewart-Haas dominated last week, so that's why I'm expecting them to kind of roll it back this week. I think they're going to be a little bit deeper in the field, and they're going to be a little bit quiet, but the thing that I'm kind of stirred up by is after I looked at this lineup, right after I submitted, I was like, wow, I have no Chevys in this lineup. I don't. Jimmy Johnson's had bad luck. I know JJ will probably bounce back at some point. I don't think he's going downhill now. I don't think his career is over by any means. With him and Canales, they're going to put together something they're going to run consistently. But Kurt Busch, I feel like he will just be able to run good at Las Vegas at home. The Stewart-Haas cars are obviously going to be fast, but I don't think that they're going to be up in the top 10. In terms of the Chevys, though, terrible week for Chevrolet. Horrible. After such a promising week at Daytona, they won the 500. They had second place as well. I don't know, man. I really don't know what's going to happen this week for them. So I left them out. I don't see them having that win. We haven't picked a Chevy to win yet. So let's get into the the finishing and what stage winners in the poll. So the poll, I have Bad Brad. I have Brad Keselowski winning the poll and the first stage. I think he's going to cut out to a pretty early lead. He'll do well. But my prediction is he'll either have something go wrong on pit road or somehow he'll get shuffled back to where he ends up finishing about fourth or third, something like that. I'm going to have Martin Truex Jr., stage winner MTJ, winning the second stage. And no surprise there, 1.5 mile king last year. I think he'll be able to get up to the front. Everybody's going to think he's going to win the race. And then my boy, Kyle Busch, will end up winning at his home track. It'll be really emotional and a really cool thing to see. I just think Kyle Busch is going to be his week. He's going to get that win very early in the season and just roll through this year. And Toyota will get the manufacturing win. Now, again, these are also guys that I haven't really used yet, besides Keselowski. I haven't used any of these other drivers besides Keselowski. So I feel like it was a good week to kind of mix them in and get them there. Now, again, I haven't seen qualifying. I haven't seen practice, but this is who I predict. Let me know what you guys think. It's going to be a really cool weekend. I mean, I know that this week, last season, was probably the most popular race of the year besides the 500 in Daytona and Homestead. So if things get crazy and there's tension again, great. NASCAR Goes West is going to head into Phoenix with that same momentum it carried last year. In other news, I wanted to give another shout out to Checkered Flag Swag on Etsy. Really, really appreciate them. Just helping us out and helping the site grow as much as possible. But we have just hit about 4,000 visitors for February, and it's a short month. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, and I hope you have a great Wednesday. Take it easy, guys.